morning, ladies and gentlemen. We're doing a program today on the attorney-client privilege. It's entitled Attorney-Client Privilege Update, Identity, Crime, Fraud, and Attorney as Whistleblower. I'm delighted to have with me this morning Bryan Skarlatos, who's got an unbelievably impressive resume, as you're looking at now. For over 30 years, we're not going to go into ages this morning. Bryan has represented individuals and corporations in civil and criminal controversies, white-collar matters, tax whistleblower cases, and voluntary disclosures. He's hired as an expert on tax standard penalties and procedures. Our firm has hired Bryan over the years in that status ourselves. He's an adjunct professor at NYU, where he teaches tax penalties and prosecutions. He created and chairs the NYU Tax Controversy Forum and the PLI Institute of Nuts and Bolts of Tax Penalties. He's a fellow of the American College of Tax Counsel. He's served as a chair of tax committees for many bar associations, including the ABA, New York State, and New York City Bar, and we're delighted to have him this morning. Thank you for joining, Bryan.
Thank you very much for that lovely introduction, Ian. After the program, you can call my wife and tell her all that.
Okay. Hopefully she knows it already, but if not, I'll reinforce. So today's program is on the attorney-client privilege. I'm going to go to slide 4 and turn it over to Bryan for the initial discussion about the attorney-client privilege and the work product doctrine we're going to be discussing this morning. Bryan, it's all yours.
Thanks a lot, Ian. And we're going to talk about attorney-client privilege now and the work product doctrine. What I find really fascinating about the attorney-client privilege is that it's so old. It extends back to ye old Merry England. It goes back before the Constitution in the United States. So it's prior to things like the freedom of speech and freedom of religion and the right to be free of unlawful searches and unreasonable searches and seizures. It precedes the Fifth Amendment right against self-incrimination. It's a very old privilege, and it was born of the idea that certain conversations back then in England amongst gentlemen should be free from intrusion by outsiders. And that would encourage people to consult one another. And so the idea is that by giving this zone of privacy between attorneys now and their clients, that will encourage clients to be truthful and honest and open with attorneys and encourage them to get good legal advice, which in the end will facilitate the better functioning of society and our legal system, because everybody will know what their rights are. So you can see up on the screen here, we've got the elements of the attorney-client privilege.